Good morning, mate. So, as you can see behind me, I went and bought some tools. A lot of tools.
Let's hope that we can find a civilization across the line.
So yes, I bought a lot of tools. I spent way too much money, and stick around because we're actually going to be opening each one of these tools. I'm going to show you how much I paid for each one because I saved a lot of money. I'm going to show you how much I saved by shopping sales. But the reason I have all of these tools, these massive pile of tools that equal, it doesn't look like much, I should tell you, it's a lot, and a lot of them are automotive tools. Automotive tools are pricey. The reason I have all these tools, and a lot of these tools are actually duplicates of stuff I already own, is because I am going to schooling for a mechanic. So instead of you guys always seeing me fix cars and do this stuff anyways, I may actually go and get a certificate that says, a little piece of paper that goes, I know what I'm doing, I'm a smart boy. But it is needed, especially if I want to work in garages professionally or anything like that. You need to do it. But first thing we have to do is, one, this toolbox, I'm borrowing it from my father, but the toolbox won't be able to sustain enough weight. So before we get into unboxing all of these juicy, wonderful pieces of work, of tools, these craftsmanship tools to build unique pieces of art in the automotive industry, I gotta go a little zip zap and put a steel plate on the bottom of this toolkit because it's starting to bow, it's starting to collapse in on itself because it's old. My father used this as an aircraft technician for like 10 years and now it's my turn. Yes, I have so many other toolboxes. I have a way more brand new toolbox and better conditioned toolboxes, but this toolbox is the size they want, and I don't want to go and spend $250 on another toolbox, especially when I have one I can use. So I gotta go and cut up about $20 worth of metal to zip zap on the bottom of this just to make it a bit stronger. So we're actually gonna go do that quick. So it's raining outside, and I don't got power to my workshop because my sister blew my big long cord that goes out there. So I'm going to be sticking up the grinder and getting her done right here. So let's measure out how much I need to cut and get her done. Don't want to cut up against the house. I'm okay with cutting up against near the deck. Even though I'll be in the rain a little bit, whatever. Yes, I know that wasn't the proper way to paint something, but one, I'm working in the rain and outside. I understand that wasn't the proper drying procedure, not proper painting procedure. I don't care. It's painted and it's going on the... That's actually kind of cool, seeing the lines I painted. I don't care. It's going on the bottom of the toolbox. The only reason you don't dry paint like that is because then it bubbles. You don't get a nice clear gloss finish. Like I said, I don't care. It's going on the bottom of the toolbox. It's raining. I need to get it done now. So, while I do have to tip the box over, go zzz, zzz, and undo it all, I don't want to go back out to my rainy workshop and grab the tools and do it. So we're actually now they skip forward to unboxing all of my Christmas goodies. Yeah, all my new toys. And then we're going to be using these toys to go zip zip and put this on the bottom of the toolbox. So let's get into the fun. So the first thing I went and got, oh, there's a little baggie. Where's a screwdriver set? I already actually have to use these a little bit because my father wanted to show me something, and so I opened up the screwdrivers to use one of them. It's an awesome little screwdriver set, 80-piece set. Even has a little stubby. I'm gonna put probably in this corner how much I paid, how much it sells retail, and at the end of all this, I'm gonna show you how much I saved buying stuff on sale. 80-piece Mastercraft tool set. Next thing I should probably unbox is my knife. I decided to get a new knife. One, they were cheap. Two, I just need a good one, and because they were cheap, I just decided I'll get two. So let's open up one, because this will help me open up the rest of these. I won't lie, it's a little awkward recording right now, because my family's home, and normally when I record, I'm the only one, so I'm like, keeping it quieter, not annoy them. How in darn tarnations do I open this? Oh, that's where. That didn't help. Ah! That worked. Aha. Knife. Oh, there's some garbage. Some nice blades. Now the reason I got two of these, one is they go actually in my workshop toolbox because it's a nice little knife. This over, open up the second one. Now that I know how to open these up, a lot more easier. Ta-da! That's all burnable. So now let's use this one. Magnetic tray and pickup tool set. I love these. These are fun. There you go. Picky. Alright. So this is a OEM tool set. Pretty nice. Here are the stats on the back. It's a pretty nice tool set. Oh, this little Mastercraft knife cuts like butter. It's awesome. Got a little mirror here. So, no. Oh, for more. See? That's what we look like. Inception. That's actually pretty funny. That's what you look like. These are always very, very useful. You can bend multiple ways, it's awesome. Then we got a metal picker-upper, so I can pick things up that are metal. And a little metal tray. This thing then just holds whatever's metal so it doesn't fall out, which is nice and handy, especially when you're working with a lot of bolts and stuff and you're putting them in this, and then you hit your table with your knee and it'll go flying everywhere. Next we got here this nice little handy dandy, as you can see, there's rubber spacers in there. These are spark plug sockets. spark plug sockets are awesome because they help you get into nitty-gritty spaces to pull out a plug and doesn't damage them. And unlike a regular deep socket plug, they'll damage them because the difference between a deep socket plug and a spark plug is spark plugs got a little tiny rubber piece in there, cushions it, so then you can pull it out without damaging the spark plug. Pretty sure you've all seen this. It's a little measuring tape. I have a bunch. There's a bunch on this property, but you know what? This is going to meet with me to school, so I was like, why not just get a new one? It'll sit in the toolbox forever. It is not Mastercraft. It is crafted. I don't know if that is Mastercraft brand or not, but like, it's all a nice, decent measuring tape. Next are these stylish shades. I already took them out of their casing because I needed them today for in class, because we were walking the shop. Looking pretty classy. I have a lot of safety glasses, as you can see. I have one and everything. I tell you always to wear one when you're grinding and welding and everything like that. The reason I got these is, one, they're with the school, so the school is offering them. Might as well buy them from them, because then they can't say they're not approved or whatever, because I bought them directly from them, as well as then they're new and clean and not full of grinding dust or metal dust or welding dust like all of mine. So, or even ATV mud and stuff and scratches, because I do wear safety glasses while ATVing as well. Next is one of the most expensive individual tools. It's a multimeter. This packaging is held open by tape, so I can go boop, boop. Should be able to just, look at that. Professional digital multimeter. Nice. These two little thingies for positive and negative. You touch these, it tells you how many volts of electricity are going through it to make sure you know, like, hey, this is how much current's going if 12 volts are going through a thing, because most things want 12 volts. Most of the time you want to make sure you have 12 volts. If you have something like current that's supposed to be 12 volts that has only like 4, you have a problem. But normally you can't measure that, because if you go and touch both ends and zap yourself, well, you know it has voltage, but you don't know how much. This thing tells you how much it has, and it's actually really cool. I don't fully know how it works. I'm going to be learning in school how this thing works, but it's pretty awesome that I have it. Oh, and it comes with a bunch of these little thingies. I don't know what any of this stuff does for voltmeters. I know the general idea of them. It's instructions. Because it's electronic, it's always good to have the instructions, and actually before you use an item, you should read the manual on said item. Oh, I almost lost another piece. Now, looking from the back of this, this seems to be operated by batteries. I wonder what type of batteries it runs off of. Looks pretty cool. Oh, this is a fuse tester. Neat! I've never seen something like that. I like that a lot. This is actually like really cool. Oh, it has power. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't even have to see the battery. Nice! Oh, and there's a little thing right here. A little tag for it, I'm guessing. A little bit of advertising for that company, I guess. Oh, if you can even see it. Ha! It has, okay, I just noticed this. It has a little slide on the top, which is awesome. It's for putting this little tag. So all you do is do this, or I guess put this proper. Do this, and it's so then you can wrap it around something and have it on something while it's in your thing, and then just seal it closed, I guess. That is neat. I like that. I like that a lot. Always have surgical masks. Hammer time. Nice little power fist. Another hammer. a Shop Pro 24-ounce ball pin. And after that is a nice little 16-ounce ball pin hammer. A little scraper, a gasket scraper. So this is like if you're changing heads on an engine, if you're pulling off a transmission, if you're pulling off the oil pan and stuff, and you need to get rid of the old gasket. This little thing helps you go and zip zappity doo, and you got off all the little goopy gits. So these are actually very useful. I've used these a lot. I never had my own because I've always done my stuff at someone else's shop. So I guess it's time I need to bite the bullet and get my own. I love this little knife. Also, if you don't know, another Mastercraft. I love Mastercraft. The main reason I will spend a couple more bucks, I will disclose this. The main reason I'll spend a couple more bucks on my Mastercraft is one, they have a lifetime warranty. Things like Stanley, things like Husky, Snap-on, things like that. Depending, you have to look out for certain companies because not everything is covered by warranty. Not everything is that. But typically, little tools, especially like a tool like this, the razor blade is not covered by warranty, but the little tool like this is covered by warranty. The great thing about that is the fact of if you somehow like bend it, if you somehow like break it into a million pieces, where like you're scraping along and it just goes and it just breaks and bends, bring it into any Mastercraft dealer and they'll just give you a new one. So I won't lie, it's why I love. But I will say, not all of these things I bought on sale, and not all of them I bought are Mastercraft, because sometimes it was just cheaper to buy something else, especially like hammers. It's very unlikely I may break hammers. If I do break them, then I'll buy a Mastercraft and I'll prove myself wrong. But until then, I'll save a couple bucks. This deluxe feeler gauge. These things are good for like setting points, checking your spark plugs, checking gaps between things, because, well, one, it's a feeler gauge that you can tell how much you need to separate. This thing actually wasn't the easiest to find on my school list because they wanted a very specific one from 0.0, what is it? 0.0015 all the way to 0.035. So they wanted like a 26 slider. This one is like a 36 slider, but it's the only one I could find that is from the one gauge to the next. It's all oiled up and lubed up so I can keep moving. They packaged these in like a lube for that reason. It's kind of weird, but kind of cool. But that is going to be an important tool. These, so a brass pin set. They're used for driving out and moving type pins, keys, and rivets. It was on my list. I've never used one of these. I've never needed to. But the reason you have brass, because if you have like for example, steel hammer on a steel pin or a steel punch, because I do have a set of punches as well. If you have a hammer on a steel punch and you're hammering it, you are most likely to cause spark. Now, the reason you have brass punches is because while you're hammering it, one, you're less likely to cause spark because they're two different types of metal, so there's less friction. Another thing is brass is softer metal, so it's not they put the full force of the blow and be as rough. It's hard to explain why. Someone probably down in the comments can explain why way better than I can. But this packaging is pretty easy. It's just this little punch set. I actually won't lie, I think I'm gonna keep the plastic tray because the plastic tray makes it so I can sit in my toolbox nice. So we're actually gonna keep that plastic tray. A lot of other stuff don't come with nice little sit-ins, but that comes with a really nice sit-in. So I'm gonna actually use that, so when I put it in my toolbox, it sits nicely. Picks. I have a set of picks. Mastercraft picks. I have a set of picks. The reason I'm not bringing them with me is they're damaged because they've had a lot of use. My father gave them to me because he bought himself new ones, so now I bought myself new ones. So those old ones are going to stay here at home still, my home toolkit. I may use them, but these are going to be my work ones now. Mastercraft opening Mastercraft. Come on. Ooh, this is tough plastic. Still slices through like butter. I feel like a kid at Christmas. I'm opening Christmas toys. That's what I'm doing. All these little punches. Now what these are mostly used is like, so if like you have a little U-pin or a sealed pin, especially like the main reason I've ever used them is taking off door handles off of my old classic trucks. You can get underneath there, pull the pin and go, and pull the pin out. They have multiple other uses, of course, like they're amazing, they're great tools, but you gotta make sure you're careful because they are sharp for pulling apart the metal. Now, something that I did not get on sale, but I couldn't find anywhere else. Any of these 4 pry bars for school. A lot of sets come in sets of 3, a lot of sets come in sets of other. These pry bars will be awesome. They'll help me out for what I need. So I'm not that upset about it, it's just, yeah. These are Princess Auto tools. So this is Power Fist. I'm pretty sure Power Fist also has a warranty where like if you break it you can just bring it in, but I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me on that. I know Mastercraft's that way, but I'm not sure about Power Fist. So let's go and open this up. Ooh, there's dust on these. Yeah, there is actually a lot on a lot of their tools. That's a pretty nice pry bar, I gotta admit. Really nicely coated and everything too. I'm happy. That's long. So before we get into some more of this stuff, that's a receipt. I got all of these textbooks. Textbooks are great. They're for my schooling, so I needed them. Like this is a math textbook. This was so expensive, but need it. Same with big boy textbook. All the knowledge I need to becoming a level 1 journeyman on my journey to my red seal of becoming a proper red seal mechanic. It's a lot of knowledge, but it's needed. Another awesome kit, crafted. It's a file set. It's really huge. I looked at a lot of the smaller ones and I was like, I don't know if I need a smaller one or a big one. It doesn't. My school list didn't specify. It just said I need files. So I went and bought some files. this comes in a nice little tray too. I love little trays. See, I love when stuff comes in little trays like this, because I won't lie, a lot of people don't like trays because they take up room. I love trays because it keeps things organized. I love them so much. So I'm actually going to keep this little tray because, oh, that's great. I can keep my files in a little tray. This is, yeah. Aww. They have little plastic rivets in place to keep things from being easily removed. Little file brush, always useful. My father just told me for files, you always go one way, and then with the file brush you go over the opposite way to clean what you just filed. But files you always have to go one way, and I will thank my father for making sure I know that. Put a cut through each one of these little bearings. That makes it way easier. Okay, so this little... Oh, I love this. I love this so much. This is to keep your files organized. Oh, it's gonna probably go back here. That is great. I love that. I love storage things so much. Got the two handles, removable handles. File. Big file. Big file. More files. File. So now stick all these files in here. I don't even need this tray because this storage thing comes and then I can roll them all up. I love these. I love these types of storage because it keeps things way more organized, keeps things sorted. It's great. So I have to say, I love this. I put all the files into their place. I'm not going to use that little sheet because I don't need to because they fit all in here. I love this. I love it. I love it that I came with it. This is awesome because like, okay, like I can just roll it up. And then it goes in my toolbox like this, and not as a giant mess. I could probably take out the handles, like, take out these handles and stuff, and then just roll it up, and it would fit literally anywhere. I think that's what they do, they keep them without the handles, because that's so little space. Look, it's the one handle, I mean, there you go, the one handle on each end. And there's my file tool set, perfect, ready to go. I did buy a big lock for this toolkit. Problem is this lock is way too big, so I actually got to return it and get a smaller lock. So sure, I'll put how much I spent on this lock that I'm just not going to use. So that was a waste. This thing, the packaging is already a little like that because we've already actually taken this out of the packaging because my father wanted to play with it because these things are fun. So this is a Titan 3-in-1 light picker up tool. I don't actually need this at all. it was a buy because it wasn't that much. Like I said, everything I paid for would be listed here, and then retail price would be listed here if I didn't get it on sale. If it's the normal price, then it'll just be right there. This thing is awesome because I got a little claw that you come pick out. It's a magnet as well in the end, so let's say I drop something in the engine bay. Okay, that's too heavy. Let's say I drop a bolt in the engine bay. Boop. Using using the scraper. Tell, like, if I drop something in the engine bay, I need to go quickly pick it up. Magnet or grabby tool, or if I'm having problems seeing what I'm trying to pick up after I drop a bolt, little flashlight. It's a 3-in-1. Actually, I love this thing already. It was like $8, I think. Well, you'll know the price. It's like, I love that. That is awesome. I will also say this, even though I'm halfway through, I'm not even done the rest of the stuff. The rest of the stuff I did mostly buy on sale. The reason sales are awesome: one, don't buy tools unless it's on sale, unless it's like a normal tool, whatever, like pry bars I needed, punches I needed, that stuff. If it's not on sale, wait till it goes on sale, because you'll see a big sale difference between this thing in the back once we get to it, but that's maybe our final piece we get to, so stick around and you'll see how much I saved on that big socket set. So here, let's use this. So these are my punches. OEM is another good brand here in Canada, because like OEM is a automotive performance brand. So as far as I know, I'm not 100% sure on that, but as far as I know, they're a really good brand of tools, so I trust them. I mean, they're not Mastercraft with lifetime warranty, but they're really good. Open this up. Already love my Mastercraft knife because, oh, that is so easy. Open it up. Piece of paper. Don't need that. Pop out a corner. Because this is in a tray. I love trays. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Oh. Oh, it has the little protectors. Hate these. No! Well, you can tell I'm not returning this item if it's breaking like that. Oh, this tray sucks, but it's still a tray, so I am going to use it. The little key things. Punches. Punches are great because typically you can't get something out. Put the punch into the item, and you hammer the end of it, and it punches it. So this is actually a nice, really nice punch set. Comes with huge amount of different punches, even a chisel punch gate, which I don't know actually how to use that, so that's maybe something really cool. Put that tray down. Next, while working in any shop, folding hearing protection. Now, my professor instructed that you can get the earplug ones. I hate those. I really do, and they're expensive. A lot of people go, oh, but $5 versus a good pair of earmuffs. But in the long run, they're one-time use. You throw them out after every time you use them. You gotta twist them into your ear and stuff, but I will say you do need hearing protection. Now, I hate those twist ear things. Some people like them. I hate them. So instead, I bought folding hearing protection. Now, at the end of the day, these will pay for themselves because I'm not buying disposable earplugs. Oh. I can't hear anything because these are, what are these? I forget already. 30 dB. My professor wrote on our sheet they need to be either 26 to 31 dB for working in automotive in their shop. Everyone has different requirements. I like these. I actually can't hear anything, so it's actually weird with these. So I don't know if I went a little louder there, but oh man, I can already tell. I love these. And they fold up nice and small. Like I said, these eventually will pay for themselves. I prefer them because then I'm not sticking stuff in my ear, I'm just sticking stuff over. As well as if I'm trying to talk to a client or anything, okay, I put these on, I can't hear the client, but instead of taking out something in the ear, I just do this. And I actually have a habit of doing that a lot, especially with my headphones when I'm making videos or anything. And I can hear them fine, and I'll be like, what do you need? And I can hear them, and then when I get back to work, grinding or doing any of that stuff, I am protected with both my glasses and now my hearing protection. Always important. I won't lie, I'm not the best for it. I probably should have picked up another one of these for at home. But you do want protection because that prolongs your life, prolongs your ear life, prolongs like your eye life, seeing, sight. It's also like wearing gloves. I have to go and buy some gloves for this. I haven't bought those yet. Gloves prolong your hand life, and my knuckles are already beaten up and abused, and I've scraped the metal on them, scraped skin off them so much. But I want to make sure my hands last till I'm 40 or even 80, so I gotta start wearing gloves. But yes, always wear hearing protection, always wear eye protection. Now I do realize this video is mostly for tool nerds who actually do care about tools, like me, but so I got a plastic caliper. Now the reason I got a plastic one is because I did get a digital one, but in ever the case where this one's battery dies or I have a problem with it, even though you can use them without it, it's very hard. This way I have a plastic little cheap backup that I can use in emergencies when my digital one loses battery, stops working, whatever happens. It's always good to have a little backup, plus I didn't pay a whole lot for this backup, so it's nice. So let's get her open. That was easy. Oh, that's a metal pole sticking out. Oh wow, that was really cheap production. How they're made, but that's fine. That works perfectly for what I needed. It's a backup. Now we have, you guys all know my favorite brand, Mastercraft. A nice digital one. We'll get her open here. By how much I showed out Mastercraft and how you can tell this is a Mastercraft unit just in itself. And probably about 99% of my tools, especially that I bought in the last 2 days, yesterday and today. Mastercraft, like, come on, sponsor me. Like, I love your tools. I may be buying them anyways, just give me better deals. I'm not even asking for, like, full free tools, just give me discounts. I love buying them. Now let's flip this over. Now I will say one thing that was badly packaged about this one is this one was packaged fully closed. My father even told me today, because he's a great man of knowledge, always make sure they're a little bit open before you close them. That way it just helps prolong them, make sure they don't wear out as much. It makes them nice. So this thing's actually really nice. Do I need the power? Oh, the battery's not installed yet. You know what? I'll leave the battery uninstalled because the battery's right here. Oh, there's 2 batteries in here. Nice. I really appreciate that, actually, Mastercraft packaging these with battery slots and 1 spare and 1 to go. I really appreciate that. I really like that. It's not the most high-end unit, but it is a nice unit nonetheless. Something I really like and will use. Plus, I can leave this in here. It's just a piece of cardboard. I do really appreciate that it comes with a case. One, to protect it because it is an expensive piece of equipment. It's not the most expensive in the world because this one is not the most high-end, but it was still pretty expensive for just a single tool, and keeps it organized in my toolbox. Another instruction manual. Always keep manuals. Manuals are very important, especially with electronics, to let you know how to use an item. So, I love that actually, and it has stamped on it, Mastercraft. Awesome. Then we just have this cheapy one. Actually, let's see, will the cheapy one fit behind? No, it will not fit in the packaging. That's fine, that's probably for the best because there is styrofoam for this to sit on, which I do appreciate that highly. That's fine. This is plastic, this was like a couple bucks, I remember I said. The price difference between these two things are crazy, but it does help. Now we have a very important automotive tool that will be used a lot. Is a 4-oil tire valve tool. This is saying I can remove valves, put in valves, thread valves, all of that fun stuff. So this is a very important little tool. Oh, this looks actually like so much fun already. Great little tool. Yeah, it's a 4-in-1. So you can see each edge something different in tool. Beautiful little tool. Very small tool, so it will most likely easily get lost, but hopefully it won't. Wasn't that much. Then when we get into other tools, so this is a matrix heavy duty volt tester. You can get these cheap. These are very easy. These are very easy to come by. They do sometimes break. I did break my last one, so this is going to be a nice replacement. I did buy a bit of a heavy duty one, or a more expensive one. The reason for that is one, most of them hold up to 6 to 12 volts. This one only holds 12 volts, but this one will last longer because it is a bit more heavy duty built. Package is right open, easy to open. Sometimes it's good to have a package that just opens up, but it also makes it scary because it's like, someone could probably easily steal that from the store. So how these work, so as you can see here, this little clamp, you clip this clamp to your ground, then you stick this thing, and you stick this on whatever you're trying to see which has current, and you can complete the current. This will light up telling you, hey, that's got power. So that's a nice little tool. I haven't tested it, I haven't done it, it's brand new. I won't need the test right now, but it is actually a little more heavy duty clip, which I actually really like because these things break on me all the time. So the fact that now I have one that looks like it'll last being dropped a few times, I'm happy on that. Now, to continue with the vault theme, I don't need a knife for this. We just boop, pop this open. Oh, I should probably show you first what it is. These are Mastercraft multitask clamping tool. This is for your wiring, stripping wiring. Ooh, that straight off. This is a great little tool. Wasn't that expensive either. Mastercraft. This is something I can clamp wires, cut wires, strip wires. These are wonderful, especially if you're working on a car. I always recommend them. House wiring, I do not know because I've never wired a house, so that you will have to speak to that type of professional. Now to keep up with the electrical theme, I got these two lights. Lights are great. I bought these in a set. I did spend more than I needed to on lights. I could have lived with a little LED, but knowing me, I hate holding a light while I'm trying to do stuff. So, oh, actually, I'm definitely a kid on Christmas. I'm way too excited just to pry into these and open them up. I mean, I should be. I spent all of this money. This is my money. It's a shopping list for myself, and I'm not too worried about splurging a little bit too here and there, because at the end of the day, this is all for school. So because it's for school, I can use it as a tax write-off. So these are USB charged. I actually really like that, because you know what, like, as much as I do also like battery ones, saying you can just pop in a battery, but also the good benefit about being USB charged is I can charge the thing easy peasy with no problem. So there are two reasons I got these. One, they're magnetic. Which is nice. And they are LED. That's actually really bright. Has a little charger because, yeah, both of these charge USB. So I'm probably, yeah, one of these are going to be staying home with me. Let's take off this tag. Okay, don't do it like that. Don't drop it. Yeah, one of these are going to be staying in the shop because I like these, so one of these will be in my workshop, which, oh man, that is super bright. Actually, this was well worth the money. And the magnets on it. I'm actually really happy about that. So I have two cords. I'm just going to slide the one cord in the back here for this one. Just an easy little charger port in the back. I like that a lot. Okay. One of these are going in my shop, and one of these are going to school. Okay. Wrenches. These aren't wrenches. Pliers and a plier set and a wrench set can be expensive. I got a really good deal on these. Now the ones I have at home, I actually won them originally. They're the exact same set but orange. So this was a really good deal for, like, I think 20 bucks or something. I'm really happy with these. These are heavy. I use them all the time. You always use them. So let's open this up. Big X. There we go. Oh. Nice big boy. Mastercraft forged. I'm happy with these. And it's the iconic blue. I like the blue. The ones I either have are also Mastercraft, but they're orange, and like it just looks so weird seeing Mastercraft in orange. Pretty much everything I have is blue and orange, but I do prefer blue. I don't know why. Blue is one of my favorite colors. So it's, oh man. I know, I'm pretty iconic if blue is my favorite color. Also, you know what, Mastercraft, because I opened up so many of your tools, just send me a shirt. I'll just wear the shirt all the time. if actually anything came from Mastercraft from my videos, just because I should go, oh look, it's Mastercraft, I would laugh so much. Wire clippers, pliers, all these things are very, very, very useful. And why is this box here? Oh. Light manual. Manual. Keep it. Put it in your toolbox. Now, onto air. I do have an air kit. I do have all this stuff, but it's always nice just to buy another one, just to throw in each toolkit, because especially if you this is maybe my shop toolbox, and these are maybe all my shop tools for whenever I work at a job, or for example right now I'm going to school, so these are maybe my school tools. Like, this is nice, it's awesome, it's wonderful. I need to open it up. I love this knife already so much because I just go. Now the dad joke my dad gave me when he looked at this, he went, man, this set really blows. A lot of small iron tools. Now, like I said before, I like things that come in trays because I could cut this out and use it as a tray. The problem is this has so much space usage, like wastage. It would not be a good tray for what I have to do because I have to put all of these tools in this toolbox behind me. Nice. Some pipe tape, seal it up tight. Pretty sure, yeah, this is Mastercraft as well. Of course. Oh wow, these big boys are nice. I'm pretty sure these set up for this if you need to. Nice little coupler. Little restrictor. Little cheap little PSI gauge. PSI gauges are great because, well, they tell you the PSI of things. I have tons of these. I have so many. They're cheap. This thing is great. So I went and bought, where is that small little? So I went to also and bought this little ball chuck. This is a big ball chuck. I didn't realize it came in this big set, but that's fine because I will use this, but then I also will probably use this little one for things that I need to do. But that's fine. It works either way. Look, even if I go, hey look, open. Oh wow, this is actually a lot harder to open than I thought. There we go. Open her up. As you can see, like this one will be good for certain things. So will this one. They're both very useful. They'll both be helpful. I'm fine with that. It's good. It's always good to have multiple versions of different tools than to have the same tool. Then we have our main little gun here. It says Mastercraft on the side, of course. And my really long, awesome hose. Now I understand why I got two of these. Screw this together. I will probably have to tighten this after. This is a hose. Nice little air hose. So I gotta assemble all this. I will assemble all this later. Just not right now. Because I'm lazy. And as much fun as it is to go and do all of this, it's not. I'm lying. Because this will have to screw on here. Then I have to screw on the. Oh no, I guess these are interchangeable from a normal piece to a restrictor piece. Both work. We'll see. I might bring my other air gun from the basement just so I can swap between them. This is good to have. This is a 400 piece ratchet set. Socket set. Not ratchet set. Why did I say ratchet set? Socket set. I bought one of these 2 years ago, I think, for 120 bucks on sale because it was a great price. It's a big piece. It's a big tool set. It has literally everything you need. Well, except for all this extra stuff that I just showed you. This tool set's amazing as well. All Mastercraft. The thing is, this tool set, the reason I got it on sale for the sale price I did now is because it's discontinued. They still make tool sets, they still make ratchet sets, they still make all these ratchets and all these tools, but now they sell them in a different set and they do not sell a 400 piece set at Canadian Tire anymore. Which makes me sad, because this is a really good tool set that I recommend to a lot of my friends and buddies. So, oops. Oh, she's tilted weird. What I love about this set is they come in these little boxes, and if I can open it, yeah, it's upside down. Oh, these are well, for me, it comes with a bunch.
Wanting someone who can only love me back secretly.
But you've been unhappy for so long. What you gonna do when you have to let go of a lot to get what you want? What do you want to be?
I love them deep socket sets. Please, please don't be spilled. It's not spilt. Another deep socket set. Beautiful. Beautiful. That beautiful main socket set. Oh, beautiful. And all of this is Mastercraft. Now you gotta see, I showed you those 5 trays of tools that I only paid this much for, and retails for this much. That was a great deal. And I originally bought the same set, I think like a year or two ago, for $120 or something. So I already knew which set I wanted for my tool set for work, and it's the same tool set I have at home. So I already knew what works for me. I always loved this set. I have lost a few pieces here and there just from not having a proper toolbox, so I do regret that. But I am happy to say I now have a toolbox. As well, number one key thing, always put everything back in your toolbox after you're done using it where you got it from. Reason for that, make sure you don't lose them. So now that I unpacked everything, I showed you how much I spent, how much it is retail, how much I saved. So it's a lot of tools. And originally, and that's with not buying this toolbox. I did buy my other toolbox, I'll show you that much. That's in the video that I just made of me destroying everything for the shed project and garage project. I also I am fortunate, the school gave us a budget of only $800 to spend on tools, and I know I actually don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure I went over that. Not everyone is as fortunate as me to buy this many tools, and as well as like I do get how much we're supposed to spend on tools is not including safety gear, our coveralls and stuff, even though it should be, which kind of makes me mad. Doesn't cover our coveralls, doesn't cover our headpieces, does not cover simple things. And it's like, I know I could go even cheaper on certain things, but like this tool alone, this specialty tool, is worth about $200. You're kidding me! So I get that's a lot of tools. It really is, it's amazing. So now that we have all these tools, let's use some of these tools to finish up this toolbox.
Let's hope that we can find a civilization across the line. A village of warriors who fall in short, no matter their own. to survive, and yet we prosper in this deserted youth. The monsters, nothing takes our hearts in the land that we lost here. We can conquer what we come here to take over. We will rise like the fire, fight till this is over. In the power you can find. We will rise like the fire, fight till this is over. Till this is over. We will rise like the fire, fight till this is over.
Your love is something I could get used to. You know you're so.
Great, so that wasn't recording. So now I use a ball peen and a hammer, you know, dunk, 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 dunk. I just already did it because it's just literally. The reason you do that is so then it's easier for the drill to find that little notch and drill through there instead of it going all over the place.
Someone I wanna spend my time with, a life with you, and it's been killing me to keep secretly wanting someone who can only love me back
Now to undo the 4 bolts I put in it, take it out again, clean it up, and then put it all back together. And then put it back together down here and then bring it back up instead of bringing it back up and then putting it back together, because the thing's heavy and with wheels it just makes it so much easier. Yes, I'm in the basement. My family is asleep. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm using a drill. I'm trying to be quiet. Yes, that red toolbox in the back is mine. This is my father's. We're trading at the moment. That one is going to be mine that I take eventually, but while I'm at school, this one locks better. This one has a full locking system for all the drawers. That one only has it for the 4 top ones. So yeah, this whole unit locks. So that's what's nice about it. That's why I'm bringing this one to school and using it for work. The other one will sit here until I either get a new one or whatever. I have a lot of toolboxes.
And what you gonna do when you have to choose between what you want and what you're used to? And there is no right or wrong, but you've been unhappy for so long. What you gonna do when you have to let go of a lot to get what you want? What do you want to be? me. Who do you want to be? I'd give you everything.
Now the fun part is seeing, because this is where this is going to live for a week until I bring it to school next week. Hopefully they'll let me bring it early because I fill it with tools. I just want to bring it. But it sits just right there. Normally all our I moved the shoe mat. The shoe mat's right there. But I gotta bring it to school. So, there's all the tools we used, all brand new tools. They've now been used and christened on the toolbox. As you can see, she's already scratched from me working on it, but whatever. Not perfectly lined up. Is on this side. But that makes it a lot stronger. And there's my dad's repair. So a bit of history repair, new repair, make it much stronger.
You know you're someone I wanna spend my time with, a life with you, and it's been killing me to keep secretly wanting someone who can only love me back secretly.
So for tonight, I just cleaned everything up because I'm going to continue doing this tomorrow because this is taking a lot longer to organize my toolbox the way I want. I figured out instead of using just these because I don't have enough, the actual styrofoam from the one toolbox I just bought from my own shed works well for this. Cut out a hole, place it in. So I'm going to do this in this drawer. I'm going to do 2 sheets. And I'm going to lay one off the other because all my hexes and stuff are not really common and they're not going to be used a lot, so I'm going to put them underneath. This thing work well because these are all going to be the ones I use a lot, so they'll be on top. As you can see, I started cutting the hole to put this one in here, then I'm going to put this one in here. These ones I'm going to put in here, what's left there. Yeah, it's taking a little bit. But we're getting there. It's slowly. I already have one kind of drawer figured out, so that's a little bit of a sneak peek. You'll see all the full drawers tomorrow. Work on it. We'll get the rest of the styrofoam and the drawers figured out how I want them. Catch you tomorrow when we figure out more stuff for organizing tools. Good night. So it's the next morning, as you can see, daylight! Yeah. So I already have it set up to start working, finish off what I need to do, and put these in the toolbox. I also have my schooling because I'm doing schooling for automotive, and this year, because of the COVIDs, because of the Dr. Mario gremlins, this year a lot of my classes are online. I needed, hi dog, yeah, you're a good dog, Zoe. So now I'm gonna work on my toolbox while I'm in class.
And what you gonna do when you have to choose between what you want and what you're used to? And there is no right or wrong, but you've been unhappy for so long. What you gonna do when you have to let go of a lot?